Unearth. To uncover or bring to light by search. Discover. Disclose. Unmask. It is crucial to unearth the facts before making any conclusions. The spy was able to unearth information about the enemy's plans. The documentary aimed to unearth the plot of the conspiracy theory. Revitalize. To make something grow and develop. Refresh. Strengthen. Escalate. A relaxing massage can help you revitalize after a hectic week. The Urban Renewal Project aimed to revitalize the downtown area. Listening to upbeat music can revitalize energy and boost motivation. Jeopardize. To put something or someone in danger. Endanger. Imperil. Sabotage. Not studying for an important exam can jeopardize your grade. Neglecting to maintain your car can jeopardize its performance. Sharing sensitive information online can jeopardize your privacy. Outweigh. To be more significant in value or importance. Supersede. Surpass. Be greater than. The advantages of renewable energy sources outweigh the costs. The benefits of positive thinking outweigh dwelling on negativity. The rewards of hard work outweigh the sacrifices made along the way. Consent. Give permission for something to happen. Approve. Sanction. Allow. Kissing without consent is a violation of personal boundaries. Denying consent is not the same as being rude or disrespectful. The government needs the consent of the people to pass new laws. Accomplish. To do or finish something successfully. Achieve. Fulfill. Attain. With patience and perseverance, you can accomplish anything. A judicious use of time can help you accomplish more tasks. When you are productive, you can accomplish more in less time. Plummet. To fall very quickly and suddenly. Plunge. Crash. Go down. The economic downturn caused real estate prices to plummet. The temperature is expected to plummet below freezing tonight. The company's sales figures plummet during the holiday season. Decipher. Solve a complicated situation or problem. Unravel. Elucidate. Resolve. The meaning of the message was obscure and hard to decipher. The decoding machine was created to decipher secret messages. It took years to decipher the meaning of the mysterious symbols. Reform. Make changes for improvement or development. Amend. Reorganize. Regenerate. He put forward some proposals to reform the educational system. The congressional debate centered around the healthcare reform. To reform his bad behaviors, his parents placed him in a boarding school. Exacerbate. To make a bad situation or a problem worse. Provoke. Bother. Become worse. The economic downturn will exacerbate the unemployment rate. Overconsumption of sugary foods can exacerbate dental problems. His angry comments have exacerbated tensions in the negotiation process. Commence. To start happening or doing something. Inaugurate. Begin. Initiate. The camping trip will commence with setting up the tents. It is important to commence anything in an organized manner. Let's commence the training session with some warm-up exercises. Materialize. To come into perceptible existence. Occur. Take place. Come about. A sense of peace will materialize upon finding inner balance. Solutions to problems can materialize within collaborative efforts. A sense of unity began to materialize amongst the divided groups. Reinforce. To give strong support to an opinion or idea. Strengthen. Underpin. Galvanize. The teacher used positive feedback to reinforce good behavior. The writer used repetition to reinforce the theme of the story. The doctor prescribed medicine to reinforce the immune system. Govern. To rule over something with authority. Control. Administer. Regulate. The coach must govern the behavior of the team during games. The Department of Defense helps govern our national security. The laws of thermodynamics govern the motion of heat energy. Convey. To communicate ideas or feelings indirectly. Make known. Get across. Proclaim. The actor used facial expressions to convey his emotions. The speaker struggled to convey his message to the audience. Language can be used to express emotions and convey ideas. Advocate. Giving public support, speaks in favor of something. Endorse. Recommend. Suggest. It takes courage to challenge power and advocate for change. Many experts advocate rewarding your child for good behavior. The anti-war movement was a way to advocate for human rights. Unleash. To let happen or begin something powerful. Launch. Introduce. Unshackle. Activate your creativity and unleash your artistic side. Don't be afraid to unleash your comfort zone and try new things. The alien invasion was expected to unleash destruction on the planet. Orchestrate. To design or organize something. Organize. Mastermind. Harmonize. The choreographer will orchestrate a stunning dance routine. The music director will orchestrate during the recording session. The demonstration was carefully orchestrated to attract maximum publicity. Evolve. To develop by gradual changes. Thrive. Emerge. Progress. Technology continues to evolve in response to consumer demands. The company managed to evolve in spite of the economic downturn. Relationships undergo changes as people grow and evolve over time. Mitigate. To make a bad situation less severe. Downplay. Lessen. Relieve. Wearing a life vest can help mitigate risk when we go boating. Artificial rain can be used to mitigate the impact of forest fires. We need to mitigate the impact of overconsumption on the planet. Adhere. To stick or be attached firmly to do something. Follow. Comply with. Abide by. Adhere through the tough times and you will come out stronger. All employees must adhere to the company's dress code policy. The athlete had to adhere to a warm-up routine before the game. Align. Arrange something in the correct position. Coordinate. Order. Make parallel. We must seek integrity for our values to align with our actions. The healthcare system needs to align policy with patient needs. The new employee must align in relation to the company's culture. Fabricate. Make up information that is not true. Formulate. Compose. Put together. Their plan is to fabricate the house out of synthetic materials. The engineer was able to fabricate a custom part for the machine. It's better to be truthful than to fabricate beyond your intentions. Halt. To stop from happening or developing. Terminate. Suppress. Discontinue. Don't forget to halt along the way and take a break from studying. Even protests could not halt the destruction of the historic building. He criticized the government for failing to halt the economic decline. Retain. To keep or continue to have something. Maintain. Withhold. Keep up. It's important to retain your manners when meeting new people. Your attitude towards learning can determine how much you retain. Memorizing by understanding helps you retain information longer. Camouflage. Disguise the presence of a person or object. Disguise. Mask. Obfuscate. The limbless lizard was able to camouflage itself in the sand. The insect's wings can camouflage as a leaf to avoid predators. The butterfly can camouflage itself as a flower to attract prey. Summon. Formally call for the presence of someone. Ask for. Request. Invite. The king would summon his knights to the castle for a meeting. The judge ordered the defendant to be summoned before the court. At least 3 arguments can be summoned in support of this position. Supervise. Observe and direct the work of someone. Look after. Guard. Inspect. An executive officer was appointed to supervise the arrangements. The security guard will supervise the building during the night shift. A housing association will coordinate and supervise development activity. Dwindle. Reduce gradually in size, amount, or strength. Diminish. Decline. Lessen. If sustainability falls below consumption, resources dwindle. The number of participants in the competition is starting to dwindle. His interest in the course started to dwindle away after the first weeks. Deal with. To take action in order to achieve something. Address. Negotiate. Handle. We must deal with the situation before it gets out of hand. He was able to deal with his captivity by keeping a journal. You have to have such a lot of patience when you're dealing with kids. Inhibit. To prevent something from growing or developing. Restrain. Regulate. Withhold. A lack of oxygen may inhibit brain development in the unborn child. Being too distracted can inhibit your ability to finish homework. Lack of physical activity can inhibit calcium uptake by the muscles. Embody. To represent a quality or an idea exactly. Epitomize. Symbolize. Express. The writer's characters embody the complexities of human nature. To be a successful leader, you must embody integrity and honesty. The artist's paintings embody the beauty and complexity of nature. Confine. To keep someone or something within limits. Restrict. Limit. Circumscribe. The research project was confined by the limited funding available. When writing your essay, make sure to confine on the main topic. The research study was confined by the limited number of participants. Execute. To carry out fully, put completely into effect. Implement. Govern. Administer. The masterminds of the plan were able to execute it flawlessly. They had to execute their dance steps with the greatest precision. The programmer was able to execute the code without any errors. Allocate. Set aside a certain amount of money. Conserve. Hoard. Reserve. Local authorities have to learn how to allocate resources efficiently. You should allocate the same amount of time to each reading question. Try to allocate yourself a set time each day to practice your exercises. Renovate. To repair and improve something. Repair. Refurbish. Recondition. The City Council is planning to renovate the old embankments. The restaurant is going to renovate the outdoor seating area. He was able to renovate his home with a home improvement loan. Disclose. To make something publicly known. Expose. Manifest. Display. The loan application asks you to disclose beneath your credit score. The ancient texts have disclosed mysteries about the lost civilization. The witness was asked to disclose everything they knew about the crime. Illuminate. To light something and make it brighter. Highlight. Enlighten. Elucidate. Magnify with a spotlight to illuminate a specific area or object. The research paper will illuminate with new findings in the field. The lantern helped to illuminate beneath the dense forest canopy. Confront. Deal with a difficult situation or person. Oppose. Challenge. Withstand. When you confront adversity, you discover your true strength. I experience anxiety when I have to confront a difficult person. It's important to confront your mistakes without making excuses. Retrieve. To find and bring back something. Reclaim. Regain. Take back. The diver had to retrieve a lost treasure from the ocean floor. The computer technician was able to retrieve the lost files. The rescue team had to dive down to retrieve the lost equipment. Hypnotize. Capture the whole attention of someone. Mesmerize. Enchant. Captivate. The therapist was able to hypnotize his patient's memories. She used a series of repetitive phrases to hypnotize her clients. She agreed to be hypnotized to try to remember what had happened. Maximize. To make as high or great as possible. Increase. Escalate. Amplify. Investing in a business can be a way to maximize returns. Wise up with time-saving strategies to maximize productivity. You can maximize through continuous learning and improvement. Evaluate. To judge something with respect and value. Weigh. Appraise. Measure. We can evaluate policy by asking questions and doing research. Take some time to reflect on yourself and evaluate your goals. When we evaluate policy, we think about how it affects people. Abolish. Officially get rid of a law or system. Obliterate. Eliminate. Nullify. Some believe that we should abolish the use of nuclear weapons. The company decided to abolish the use of non-renewable energy. The school board voted to abolish the use of corporal punishment. Manifest. The public display of emotion or feeling. Demonstrate. Delineate. Present. With faith and determination, you can manifest a miracle in your life. Chauvinism can manifest in various forms, such as racism or sexism. You can manifest forth your empathy by volunteering and helping others. Leverage. Power used to achieve a desired result. Support. Utilize. Force. You can leverage internships to gain valuable work experience. The key to success is to leverage strengths and minimize weaknesses. Developing a strong work ethic can help you leverage into promotions. Manipulate. To manage or influence skillfully. Negotiate. Deploy. Maneuver. Much of what I do is manipulating data from different sources. You can integrate text with graphics and manipulate graphic images. Some animals are able to manipulate objects with a high degree of precision. Invade. Enter a territory forcefully, as an enemy. Occupy. Trespass. Encroach. The new technology is expected to invade across the industry. The ants were able to invade through the tiny hole in the wall. It's important to study history so we don't invade past mistakes. Replenish. To make full, or complete again. refill, resupply, restore. The bank account will replenish through a steady income stream. Artificial rain can help replenish water sources in arid regions. Make sure to replenish your supplies before starting a new project. Resolve. To solve or end a problem or difficulty. Sort out. Settle. Alleviate. The boss demanded immediate action to resolve the issue. Good communication can help resolve conflicts peacefully. Litigation can be used to resolve disputes between countries. Concentrate. Focus all one's attention on a particular activity. Pay attention. Observe. Give heed. You need to concentrate on your technique when playing sports. The artist needed to concentrate on the details of the painting. As a consequence of the noise, I couldn't concentrate on my work. Overwhelm. Affect someone's emotions in a powerful way. Deluge. Devastate. Bewilder. The pandemic threatened to overwhelm the healthcare system. Leaving undone certain tasks can create a sense of overwhelm. Poor time management can lead to feelings of overwhelm and burnout. Penetrate. To move into or through something. Permeate. Access. Percolate. The cold wind managed to penetrate around the closed windows. The scent of the flowers was able to penetrate outside the garden. Long-wave radio waves can penetrate through buildings and obstacles. Utilize. To use something for a particular purpose. Make use of. Harness. Implement. Students can utilize fitness classes to stay healthy and active. It is important to utilize your time wisely and prioritize your tasks. Many individuals utilize acupuncture to manage symptoms of depression. Undertake. To promise that you will do something. Initiate. Execute. Perform. She decided to undertake the challenge of running a marathon. The government will undertake measures to improve public safety. He was determined to undertake the task of learning a new language. Collapse. Shrink together abruptly and completely. Subside. Crumble. Break down. The earthquake caused the buildings to crumble up and collapse. The stock market started to collapse after a major scandal. The bridge was susceptible to collapse because of the strong winds. Eliminate. Completely remove or get rid of something. Evacuate. Expel. Exterminate. The new technology can eliminate the need for paper documents. Wash your hands before eating to eliminate the risk of getting sick. A move towards healthy eating could help eliminate heart disease. Endeavor. Try hard to do or achieve something. Attempt. Venture. Undertake. If we want to be safe, we must endeavor to follow safety rules. She will endeavor to overcome her fears and pursue her dreams. When we work together, we can endeavor to finish a project faster. Eradicate. Get rid of something bad completely. Remove. Expunge. Annihilate. The government's initiative aims to eradicate unemployment. The community is coming together to eradicate drug addiction. The vaccination program aims to eradicate preventable diseases. Advance. To go or move something forward. Push forward. Proceed. Progress. Spaceflight technology continues to advance at a rapid pace. The soldiers were ordered to advance on the enemy's position. The promotion allowed her to advance up the corporate ladder. Proclaim. Announce something publicly or officially. Declare. Announce. Indicate. They proudly proclaim their dedication to community service. We must proclaim the past as a reminder of our cultural heritage. The protesters gathered to proclaim against government corruption. Fluctuate. Continually change or shift back and forth. Vacillate. Oscillate. Alter. The amount of rainfall can fluctuate depending on the season. The weather pressure in this area tends to fluctuate frequently. The price of goods can fluctuate under changing market demands. Standardize. To make all the things of one particular type. Systematize. Classify. Make equal. The city is working to standardize its recycling program. The organization is working to standardize its hiring process. The museum had to standardize the policy for artifact preservation. Ascend. To move up or climb something. Climb. Conquer. Reach high. The hiker had to ascend a steep mountain to reach the summit. To be a pioneer, you must ascend above the established norms. The drone began to ascend to get a better view of the landscape. Concur. Agree with someone or something. Unite. Come together. Accord. The council had to concur on the proposal for the new park. We can concur under the condition that we have a backup plan. The board members were unable to concur on a budget proposal. Disguise. To change the usual appearance, sound, or taste. Misrepresent. Pretend. Deceive. The detective used a disguise to cover his true identity. The criminal is going under disguise to avoid being recognized. She disguised herself as a man, but she couldn't disguise her voice. Regulate. To govern or direct according to rule. Manage. Arrange. Systematize. We need to regulate the amount of time we spend on screens. Efforts were made to regulate the conduct of crowds at football games. These special gates regulate the amount of water flowing into the canal. Conceal. To withdraw or remove from observation. Cover up. Control. Reserve. The criminal covered up in a mask to conceal his identity. The thief attempted to conceal in the crowd after the robbery. The spy was trained to conceal information from the enemy. Procrastinate. To delay doing something that you should. Delay. Postpone. Adjourn. It's easy to procrastinate when you have a deadline looming. If you procrastinate, you might feel overwhelmed and stressed. She tends to procrastinate when she is not interested in something. Acknowledge. To accept or admit that something exists. Recognize. Admit. Concede. The company failed to acknowledge the customer's complaint. The government needs to acknowledge the needs of the people. We must acknowledge the distinction between fact and opinion. Assemble. To bring together or gather into one place. Accumulate. Congregate. Amass. If the fire alarm goes off, staff should assemble outside the building. The data were assembled and reviewed by epidemiologists on site. My art project required me to assemble a collection of news articles. Contemplate. Look at or view with continued attention. Ponder. Meditate. Envisage. Contemplate beyond the predictable and embrace uncertainty. It's always good to contemplate before making a big decision. Contemplate the value of networking and building relationships. Invigorate. To give life and energy to something. Energize. Stimulate. Rejuvenate. Taking a break and going for a walk can invigorate your creativity. To invigorate the domestic economy, we began with the countryside. Engaging in volunteer work can invigorate your sense of compassion. Empower. To give official authority or legal power. Sanction. Authorize. Legitimize. The government's policies aim to empower small businesses. The Voting Rights Act was needed to empower minority groups. We can empower ourselves by learning new things every day. Deter. To prevent someone from doing something. Deny access. Discourage. Stop. A helmet can deter serious injuries in a skateboarding accident. Some animals have evolved to produce poison to deter predators. Washing your body with the soap can deter bugs from attacking you. Affiliate. To become part of a group or organization. Associate. Combine. Amalgamate. The university has many affiliate campuses around the world. The website has an affiliate partnership with a travel agency. The company has an affiliate program for social media influencers. Intimidate. Frighten someone to make them do something. Scare. Terrorize. Threaten. The thought of studying abroad can intimidate some students. The boss often uses his power to intimidate his employees. Don't let the workload intimidate you, take it one step at a time. Prioritize. Treat something as more important than others. Highlight. Focus on. Rank fast. The organization was formed to prioritize the needs of older people. They decided which important issues to prioritize and which to ignore. The government plans to prioritize the fight against crime this year. Outlaw. Completely stop something by making it illegal. Prohibit. Banish. Exclude. The campaign is working to outlaw the use of single-use plastics. They passed a bill outlawing the hiring of children under the age of 12. Such a law would outlaw any models that fell below a certain standard. Anticipate. Think that something will probably happen. Predict. Forecast. Apprehend. We anticipate within the next week we will finish the project. The employees anticipate towards a well-deserved promotion. We anticipate the temperature to go down as winter approaches. Promote. To contribute to the growth or prosperity. Upgrade. Stimulate. Trigger. The aim of the foundation is to promote education in deprived areas. The organization's mission is to promote environmental conservation. The school organized a book fair to promote literacy among students. Articulate. The ability to speak fluently and coherently. Fit together. Accentuate. Integrate. Being well-spoken and articulate can make you more attractive. The student was asked to articulate the main themes of the novel. The speaker was able to articulate his ideas with great precision. Safeguard. To protect someone or something from harm. Defend. Secure. Keep safe. Online privacy policies are designed to safeguard consumer rights. The company implemented new measures to safeguard its data. We must safeguard our democracy by exercising our right to vote. Dismantle. To take something apart, or break down. Deconstruct. Fragment. Separate. It is important to challenge and dismantle all forms of racism. The authorities are working to dismantle the smuggling network. The revolt against the police aimed to dismantle corrupt practices. Intensify. Make the best or most effective use of a situation. Ameliorate. Modify. Upgrade. Ignoring the issue will only intensify the problem in the long run. Consuming processed foods can intensify inflammation in the gut. The coach urged his team to intensify the fight and score more goals. Accelerate. Make something happen faster, or greater. Quicken. Gain momentum. Boost. The cheetah can accelerate to a speed of 70 miles per hour. The car began to accelerate as soon as the light turned green. The moon's gravity caused the spacecraft to accelerate forward. Traverse. To move or travel through an area. Navigate. Follow. Pass over. The bird had to traverse through the storm to reach its nest. The cheetah had to traverse the open plains to catch its prey. To reach the summit, we had to traverse through a dense forest. Conquer. To defeat someone or something. Overcome. Subjugate. Beat. The team aimed to conquer with their exceptional performance. His physical disability has been no obstacle for him to conquer his dreams. The day will soon come when we will conquer space and travel to the moon. Reconcile. Restore friendly relations between people. Reunite. Coordinate. Adjust. The two friends were able to reconcile after a misunderstanding. It's important to reconcile your past mistakes and move forward. The government is trying to reconcile with the indigenous people. Emphasize. To give special importance to something. Stress. Highlight. Underline. The writer used bold font to emphasize the important words. Speaking with hand gestures can help emphasize your points. We try to emphasize our good points without sounding boastful. Optimize. To make the best possible use of something. Augment. Heighten. Elevate. The investor wants to optimize returns on her investments. You can optimize your workout routine to get better results. We can optimize our independence by doing things on our own. Conjecture. Theory without sufficient evidence for proof. Supposition. Theory. Surmise. A conjecture can be supported by multiple pieces of evidence. The philosopher made a conjecture about the meaning of life. The mathematician used a counterexample to disprove the conjecture. Delegate. To act for or represent another or others. Assign. Pass on. Consign. We need to delegate across for a more collaborative team effort. The supervisor will delegate tasks to the workers in the warehouse. The team captain showed us how to delegate tasks during the game. Hinder. Stop someone or something from making progress. Hamper. Slow down. Constrain. Narrow-mindedness can hinder personal growth and development. Overgeneralized assumptions can hinder effective communication. Some argue that conservatisms hinder progress and social change. Combat. Fight or contest between individuals or groups. Withstand. Cope with. Battle against. The police are planning sterner measures to combat crime. If we combat unfairness, we can promote hope and optimism. The government will instigate new measures to combat terrorism. Contribute. To contribute money or resources to something. Donate. Volunteer. Cooperate. Regular outings contribute to a sense of fellowship among co-workers. There are all sorts of other things that could have contributed to that. Students are encouraged to contribute articles to the university magazine. Cope with. To deal successfully with a difficult situation. Endure. Struggle with. Undergo. The tragedy of a terminal illness can be difficult to cope with. Some individuals have a dependence on alcohol to cope with stress. He had to cope with the challenge of adjusting to a new environment. Persuade. To make someone agree to do something. Convince. Compel. Instigate. The purpose of the presentation is to persuade the audience. Charisma can help to persuade people to your point of view. Communicate like a salesperson to persuade and convince others. Urge. To encourage someone, or support earnestly. Recommend. Suggest. Lobby. She had an urge to read more books and expand her knowledge. I have an urge to learn a new language and embrace new cultures. He had an urge to embrace change and adapt to new opportunities. Generalize. Make general statements about people or things. Oversimplify. Conclude. Surmise. It's easy to generalize when you don't understand the full story. It is inadvisable to generalize from the results of a single experiment. We are now in a position to generalize the lessons we have learned.